Hello, welcome to John's Author Diary for the weekend in January the 23rd, 2022. I have had a crazy busy week. It's also been a bit of a stressful week, if I'm being honest. Dawn of Assassins is now live, so I'm really pleased to get that out to the world. Now, my launch day, let's just say it was tempered somewhat by just a tiny little detail, namely me uploading the wrong book to Amazon. Yes, I uploaded Birth of Assassins instead of Dawn of Assassins. So anyone who pre-ordered the book or bought the book on the first day it came out, i.e. my most loyal readers, my biggest fans, they would have received the wrong book. And most likely a book they've already read for free. So that is just wonderful. Luckily, someone on Goodreads left me a 1-star review. Now, I'm sure that's not a sentence many authors have uttered, but if I hadn't seen that, I wouldn't know, or at least I wouldn't know until several more 1-star reviews came in. So I saw a review that said it was the same book as Birth of Assassins, but with a different name, and he was a bit upset about that. Fair enough. I've got to admit, I was baffled. I did the look inside thing on Amazon, and there it was, Birth of Assassins. So, I don't know. I felt my stomach sink. I just felt terrible about this. But I scrambled onto Drafted Digital, which is what I use to format my books. I downloaded Dawn of Assassins and uploaded it to Amazon. Got confirmation a few hours later that it was all good, and I've asked Amazon customer support to contact people who have downloaded it. So, if they've got it on their Kindle, then it should let them know to re-download it. So I did keep checking throughout the day, look inside. I think I felt like there was probably a delay or something because it was still showing Birth of Assassins. It's probably the lesson actually. Don't have titles that are too similar. Maybe that is where the confusion came. So I figured anyway, it was just taking time to work through the system. I don't know how the system works. So that night, I emailed my mailing list. I wasn't going to. I told them what had happened, kind of held my hands up and just said, look, I screwed up. I'm sorry. Few people got back to me. And, there's some really nice emails, actually, really understanding people, just complimentary about my writing and things like that, which, that's really nice to hear when you're having a crap day. So I gave them free copies through BookFunnel, so at least they were able to read it. This was just embarrassing for me and wasn't how I wanted to spend my launch day. And this led to a terrible night's sleep. And I think it just kept going through my dreams. So, I woke up next morning quite early to find the look inside was still showing Birth of Assassins. The page count said it was almost half of what it should be. So I checked the content through the kind of dashboard, the Kindle dashboard thing. So I looked at the preview thing, and it was still Birth of Assassins, even though the file said Dawn of Assassins. So I was just super confused. Now I went to Drafted Digital, checked the preview, and it was Dawn of Assassins. And then I noticed that there were 2 profiles for Dawn of Assassins on there. I don't remember setting this up. I don't know how this has happened, and I certainly don't remember uploading the wrong file to this second Dawn of Assassins thing, but there it was. And when I went into it, it was Dawn of Assassins, Birth of Assassins. Sorry, see? Yes, getting mixed up. So I found the culprit anyway. That's the moral of the story here. It was called Dawn of Assassins. It had the cover, it had the front matter, it was all there, but the story was Birth of Assassins. So I uploaded the corrected file. I checked and checked again. And luckily, it's all good now. Look inside says that it's Birth of Assassins. Dawn of Assassins. So, yes, I'm just bracing myself now because I know that there's going to be quite a few hundred people who've got the wrong book. So I am worried that there's going to be a load of 1-star reviews. And I just hope that getting in front of the problem and contacting my mailing list, I hope that's helped. I hope there's understanding there. It's such a horrible feeling. I've done more with this book launch. I've spent weeks, if not months, trying to get this right, getting everything in place, getting all the little details, getting all the little strategies, all the tactics, and I make just a stupid mistake with the main thing itself, with the product. It'd be like doing everything to launch a thing to the world, and then it's the wrong thing in the box, which is what happened. So it sucks. It's annoying. It's gutting, to be honest. I felt like when it happened, when I realised what had happened, I was going to be sick. But I've done what I can. The file's correct. The book is selling, and readers seem to like what they're reading. So that is good. I mean, I was really looking forward to this launch, and it has been more like a good punch. So, yeah. And I do have to remind myself that it's a book launch. It's it's more important to have a sustainable sales over time rather than just a single event. It's like the difference between a marriage and a wedding. The marriage is more important than the wedding day. So I just want this series to work. I want my career as an author to work. My wife's leaving teaching in September, and I want to be able to support my family. And when stuff like this happens, it's just like, is it worth it? Is it worth this stress? And I've concluded it is, because this is what I do, this is what I'm good at. But when you have moments like that, it does make you ask a lot of questions, and it's just galling. So hopefully, anyway, that the damage isn't too bad. Most of my promotional stuff for it is in the coming weeks, so I know that a lot of the people who will be introduced to my work will be getting the right thing. But this is what's annoying, is it is the people who are loyal, it's the people who pre-ordered, who taken a chance on a new series, who they've probably been following me, they've read all my books. This is a new one, and I couldn't deliver it, and I just feel really bad about that. So yeah. In terms of reading, I reread one of my favorite fantasy books of all time. It's called Assassin's Apprentice by Hobb. Having read the full series before, it's great going back and seeing what some of the seeds were and hints and things like that. I was surprised at how little some of my favorite characters or didn't even appear in it at all. So the Fool, who's one of my favorite characters, was just a real minor presence in this one. And my favorite character, Night Eyes, wasn't even in this book. So I'm now onto the second book, and this is called Royal Assassin. So if you've not read this series before, Farseer Trilogy by Robin Hobb, and you're a fan of fantasy, this is a classic, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So next week, I don't know, it's up in the air really. Part of me thinks I should take a few days off to recharge, but I'm really itching to get back to work on Trial of Thieves. I think I need to focus on getting back into the writing, as these words aren't going to write themselves, and it does feel like it's been a while since I've actually been focused on a book. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully next week will be less stressful. So until next time, cheerio.